Here we go with extra time. Thanks for your questions as always. You know, it's always a source of pleasure to read our Twitter handles from the viewers. We've got Paul Mariner's Bugle, Steve Nichols' Shepherd's Pie, Craig's Teeth, I believe. A new one on me today, though. First question coming from Hislop's Shark Bake. Perhaps you better explain what that is before we dive into the question.
Shark and Bake is a shark sandwich.
Yes.
We making. Well, no, the bake actually is what we call the bread that it comes in.
Right.
Now, do you want to go into the conversation and explain to people how is it that you catch the shark? Like Craig Burley was saying, is it the big shark? Is it
Well,
he swims after it.
Yeah.
Barehanded.
We're very tough fishermen.
Apparently.
Yes.
Frank, Hislop Shark Bait wants to know about Manchester United. Are they better off selling Paul Pogba and buying Christian Eriksen, do you think?
Ooh.
I don't know. I think it's something you cannot answer to because I think they don't play the same way. They don't play even the same position for me. And it's not only one player who makes a difference. Yeah, when you are Messi and Ronaldo, which is not the case with all due respect for Pogba and Eriksen, who are both fantastic players, but really, I don't think it makes a difference. I think it will ask more for Man United than only Eriksen coming.
I'm with Frank.
To be better.
I think there's two totally different players, first of all.
Yeah.
I think it makes the most sense for them to play together. I'd have them both in my team. But to the question, Eriksen, given the fact that he's going out to contract, unless you get him in the summer for free, and there'll be other suitors there, you won't get him any cheaper than right now. Again, unless you take that chance and get him in the summer. And then I'm a little bit tall on Pogba. Listen, I love Paul Pogba. But is his value going up or down at the minute?
Well,
that's a business decision for United to make.
That's what I was going to say. If you cut this question off after where it says Pogba and you don't add the buying Eriksen option, is United better off selling Paul Pogba? What do you think, Shaka Hislop? See, that's the question then, Shaka.
Better off in what way is the question? Is my follow-up question. Are they better off?
Did you just answer a question with a question?
I did. That's how
Captain Deflector.
Very professional.
No, and why I say that is because, again, I'd have Paul Pogba on my team all day, every day.
But if you're saying that his value may be going down...
So now the footballer in me says, keep him, but the business, and you know me, I'm a businessman.
Yes.
Yeah,
says
the football is a long time ago.
So you see, it depends on which hat I'm wearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
What hat are you wearing today?
Whichever one you want me to wear.
The Shark Bake hat. That's the one he's wearing. Would Eriksen even want to go to Manchester United?
Well, who wants to go to Manchester United right now?
I mean, it seems like it's not a step in the right direction for him.
I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, they have money, them
Yes.
Manchester United peoples.
Next question is actually for Jules, but maybe we'll let you guys...
Hold on, tell the truth.
okay.
Jules is on the phone.
Well, if we can just...
Jules is double dipping.
If we can just drop in...
Yeah, look, you see?
What?
Jules is double dipping on our time.
Let's
He's
bring the
getting
mic
paid
up.
twice.
He's
Une des
conducting...
tâches les plus importantes pour les deux entraîneurs de rapporter cette confiance d'une manière ou d'une autre à des défenseurs qui ne défendent pas
Sounds
bien.
like I think he's trying to sell Paul Pogba. While we're on extra time.
Negotiations...
No. He's just trying to sell his house right now. He's selling his house, in fact.
Well, that's easier than selling Paul Pogba.
So maybe
That's for the Brexit.
Maybe one of you would be good enough to fill in for Jules while he's otherwise engaged. Will Mesut Ozil flourish under the management of his former teammate, Mikel Arteta, or is he done at the top level?
I think Mesut Ozil has been done at the top level for a long time. What we have seen from him over the last couple of years, but certainly this season, is that even when he's out on the field and he's had an opportunity to play, he doesn't impact the game, he doesn't change the game. In fact, when he impacts the game and he changes the game, it's not in a positive way. It's usually negative. It usually has to do with the fact that he's no longer completing the passes that he used to. He doesn't really change the game in the final third. He's not going to defend. And then there's an attitude about him, that body language that is very difficult to get past if you're an Arsenal fan. I think his time in Arsenal is done.
For Ozil to be good again, you have to build a team around Mesut Ozil. And let's be honest, what we've seen from Manchester United, certainly in the transfer from Arsenal, in the transfer market, doesn't suggest that they're going to do that, nor do you think that him moving to a big club, they're going to be building a team, and anybody's going to disrupt how they're currently playing and doing business to build a team around Mesut Ozil. Makes no sense.
We got another one for Jules here. Shall we drop in on the
Okay.
latest?
See, it's Jules still on the phone.
Let's see how the negotiations
Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy.
What is he? Toughest negotiation I've ever witnessed.
He's a tough nut to crack.
Goodness me.
He won't back down. He will not back down. Frank, maybe you'll do the honours for me this time. Kevin De Bruyne or Frenkie de Jong as an ideal midfielder?
Ooh.
Wow. It's choose between caviar and foie gras. You know what I mean? In the Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's a tough question, really. I will go for De Bruyne because he deserves. He gives lots of assists every time he gets the ball. Yeah, maybe because he has more experience than De Jong, but it's very, very hard to answer.
I am shocked.
And by the way,
I am shocked that Frank has not picked
come on.
James Milner. Shocked, I tell you.
And what is Milner? If we're talking about caviar and foie gras, is Milner shark bait?
Milner's the bake. Milner's the bake. To have a good meal, you need some bread.
Yes. yes. Let's not forget that. Reminding people that Milner is in Frank's team of the decade.
That's right. James Milner is in France's team of the decade.
Okay, just for context.
James Milner wasn't even in Mrs. Milner's team
Correct.
of the decade.
Mrs. Milner was putting together the team and
She
looked at
did,
James and said,
James, I love you and everything, but
No.
sorry, you're not in my team of the decade.
Frank, you've rustled some feathers with that selection. Brahma for Shaka, have you ever attempted or given up a Panenka? I don't know if you've...
No, I've never attempted one.
That I'd like to see.
The only time Dwight York used to do it. Dwight York used to do it.
In training? Or?
No, in games.
Yeah.
And we were playing, I can't remember if he was still at Villa. I think he was still at Villa at the time. And I said to him, if you get a penalty, we've been friends for a long time, don't chip me. Right? Don't, right?
Right.
If you want to stay friends, don't chip. They got I'm pretty sure he's still at Villa. I was at Newcastle. They got a penalty. He went to my right. I saved it. So drinks were on me drinks were on him that night. But I was like, don't.
Can I say something about that?
Yes.
Can I say something about that? I shot many penalties in my career, like 50 or something like that. And I never wanted to Panenka or chip the goalkeeper. I think you have to respect your teammates and the goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. The only thing you have to do is to score, is not to tease anybody or to play with your teammates.
You know who doesn't take Panenkas?
Mm-hmm. Who's Ali?
James Milner. James Milner.
Let's drop in on Jules again. We've got
Where's that?
Where's Jules?
Yes! He's back.
I'm back.
So
Sorry.
did you sell? Did you sell the house? Did you sell the house?
How much you get,
Yeah,
Jules?
I did sell the house. Got a great deal. I had
much you get?
the guy kept calling, and you know, and he took the wife and the kids as well. So it's amazing.
Jules, can you just stand up a little bit for us because we want to know who's on your sweater. We can only see Mary going up a little there.
The king.
Like flies to water balls. We have to go.
I tried to find one with Alejandro Moreno on it. Clearly, the team that he played for never did one.
kept falling
Shaka
over.
either. Frank might have one in blue, but that's the only one I could find.
Oh.
I bought it.
By the way, not only did Frank buy it, but then in the back it said, I've taken 50 penalties in my career.
And scored 49 of them, right, Frank? You did. No Panenkas.
Something like that.
Jules, this was actually addressed to Frank, but seeing you missed the two that were for you, which of these French players has been the biggest flop so far? Dembele, Pépé or Lemar?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Yeah, very festive question, is it?
Yeah, festive, yeah. I mean, Nicolas Pépé really is the one this season where the expectations was quite high. I feel a bit for him because the context was not easy when he arrived, and since the start of the season, really. And I think the talent is there. Clearly, we saw that in Ligue 1 last season. Yes, they paid a lot of money for him, maybe too much, but that's between the two clubs. And I think there was a lot of pressure on him, maybe too much for someone who'd never played outside of France before. I think he will come good, but so far you have to say that he hasn't really been his season at all. For Ousmane Dembele, the injuries have been his biggest failure, really. It's nothing to do with his talents or the way of him playing, but the way he lives his life as a professional football player. Clearly there's a problem in there, and all those injuries. And for Lemar, from the beginning, I think, and I remember we actually broke the news on ESPNFC when he moved from Monaco to Atletico Madrid. I think he was the wrong choice of club from the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of good things that Diego Simeone could have brought to him, and maybe he did, but it was clearly of the way Lemar is playing and the way Atletico and the Simeone is playing, I don't think that he was the right match. So I would go for Pépé for right now. I think Lemar was the wrong move, and Dembele, the injuries and the way he lives his life as a professional, let him down.
Making up for lost time, isn't he, Jules? He didn't get to answer the first two questions.
He answered 4 questions. He answered 4 questions right there.
Instead of picking one,
It's
he went
Christmas.
through
I don't care. It's Christmas.
all 3 players, breakdown, their youth players.
Oh my God.
Frank, you see it the same way?
Yes, I feel very embarrassed because I think in August or September, I think I said to everybody on ESPNFC that Pépé will be a fantastic surprise to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I feel sorry for him, and I feel sorry for myself.
He's been a surprise.
Well, yes, for sure.
Yeah, somebody's surprised.
Yes.
Final question. Have any of the boys ever cut down their own Christmas tree? And if Stevie was doing it, would he claim it's faster to use an axe than a machine saw following on from his shoveling?
If Stevie had to go out and buy the saw, there's no chance. He's axing it all day long.
No.
He'd be chopping away with
Short
it.
answer to that question for me is no.
No, never cut one down.
That is 100% no. No chance.
Why would you?
No, there's
Some people
nothing
it's
about
like,
me that is close to Clark Griswold at this point. No.
Jules and Frank, any tree chopping in your
Not a
recent
chance.
past?
Not a chance.
I like the idea, but only the idea of it. That's pretty much all.
Frank, you're our last hope.
No.
No chance.
No. I'm not Canadian, so no.
And that is a revelation that is worth.
What about you, Ed?
ending
Ever
the show.
attempted to
No,
go
I've
chop your
never.
own tree down?
I guess some people get some sort of mythical pleasure out of it, but
That is
I
a-
just.
I was wondering why you had to swing your hand.
It's like my 7. I could chop it down with a 7-iron. The way I swing the 7.
And it's like a fallen tree, yes.
That is a fair point. 4
Pre-cut will do very nicely. We are back.
Pre-cut
again.
or artificial, pre-lit, like those.
A small shrubbery will do. We will see you on the next edition of FC. Thanks, one and all.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.